Ah, boy. Good timing. So, I think, for the most part, I have finished my space truck. I could be wrong. This could go horribly. But I thought I'd give the grand tour and kind of a how-to guide because I'm tired of typing. I've been working on this for like 3 weeks, 2 weeks. I don't know. I've lost all concept of time. I have a button that opens the hood. This is going to be a very low energy tour. This is stands for Crow Hydrogen 16 because there's 16 like valves on it and 1601s because the engine is numbered. It's a hood. I've just figured out how to do the textures on Space Engineers, and so it's shiny. I made it all sparkly. The engine itself is red. The computer parts, quotation marks, computer parts for the truck is green, and it is a lot of timers and event controllers. I don't honestly know how many I've used, but I do know that I've filled up just about every spare gap in the engine compartment with timers and event controllers. I went way over the real estate I allotted for it. Oh, darn it. There we go. Okay. Uh, Blue lines come from the fuel tanks, goes into the oxygen uh, generator doohickey. Um, and then that goes into the engine, which then feeds the battery. Yada yada. Battery does the power to the wheels. So on and so. That's not supposed to be that color. That's I must have done that when I was painting something else that's supposed to be. Everything was. I'm stuck on the wheel again. Everything was supposed to be color coded for the most part, and then like blues like the oxygen and power area, and then red's the like actual hydrogen engine part, and then green is like computer devices, whatever. And then I was painting stuff silver to make it look pretty, and that was still meant to be dark because it's part of the drive shaft. But anywho, I'm getting distracted already. So I'm just going to close this hood here. It's got mirrors, and by that I mean a security camera, just like the new trucks. That's the door that opens the door. Opens backwards because I ran out of room, and I just wanted to be original. Here is the dashboard. Oh, darn it. I didn't quite finish setting up. This is for the like master alarm thing. Like basically, if the truck detects it's been damaged, I still need to survival test this. Like this is still creative mode, has no fuel in it, but I believe everything is running. But here's the dashboard and whatnot. Um, all these lights do things. That's the JAWS lock, so it can detect when a trailer's on there. Trailer brakes, the lights change colors when it's active. I'll demonstrate all that. The battery charge I cannot demonstrate because we're in creative, which means the basically what it's supposed to do is when the battery gets to 20% or 25%, the hydrogen engine kicks on, which I can demonstrate that right now. If I'd bother to. Oh, wait, no! Oh, I needed that. Darn it. Yep, okay, they're not there anymore. Dang it. Oh, dear. And somehow I took a screenshot. Okay, I've already messed this up again. I think it's. I must have gotten rid of it. Well, I might just need to make a fifth page for. Oh, what is that? Oh. Alright, well, fine, I'm making a fifth page here in the video. Here's what I've been doing all day. I search for. Oh heck! What am I trying to do? I need. There's an engine start timer. Here it is. And that I want to start. And then I think maybe just battery set to recharge on off. Okay. So I hit the oh, hold on. All the this is the basic guide right here, which is like the dampeners control the trailer brakes. First page has steering items, like I can change the angle that it steers at with those controls, because like if you're going fast you don't want to be turning real sharp, but if you're backing up to something you want to be able to turn sharper and whatnot. But there's also light controls. There's oh whoops, there's blinkers. Like I got left blinker, right. Oh, that's four-way flashers, and then right blinker. Works on the trailers too when I get hooked up to those. Well, there's the view from the mirrors. Actually, hold on, wait. I can hit that, and then what page is it? Third page. Close the door, and thud. And the door does have a lock on it. But yeah, that's the basics right there. Anyway, so we're starting up the engine. Page 5. I'm going to hit that startup button, and the engine run will turn yellow. I believe an alarm will sound, and then it fires right up. And that's supposed to turn green, dang it! Why is it staying yellow? Well, that's really weird. Engine boost controller? No, it should be engine run controller. Is there one? Oh no. Well, they're supposed to be... I'll fix that later. I'll have to make a note for myself somewhere. Fix the engine. That's supposed to turn green. But anyways, I can go over here and shut that off. Yep, I must have accidentally deleted it because that's supposed to turn red when it turns off. Well, that will be the reminder for me to fix that. But anyways, when the battery charge gets too low, it'll turn yellow, I believe, and then when it charges back up, like it turns blue when it's recharging, and then green when it's fully charged. And then there's like warning lights when it gets, like, the truck gets damaged or there's a block missing. So if like this truck is meant to go into combat eventually, like we're gonna probably put turrets on the top of it because we'll need to be protecting our road trains. So, oh, Crow Truck, yep. And then these are some modded screens here. That, well, I made that one, but these are some modded screens that kind of help driving a little bit. But anyways, let's hook this up to the trailer because that's the real fun. So what I have to do is go to page, let's see, 2, and I hit 1 to start the attach timer, which turns that yellow. And I will back up to the trailer. I've got handy dandy little red markers, so I know exactly where the pin is on that trailer. Just need to like align the stuff, and that just gets into position. I can tell when I'm getting close because that light turns blue, and then I just need to wait and click. It all turns on. Like once the fifth wheel detects that it's locked, that light turns green, and those lights turn green because now I have active. Basically, the truck can talk to these wheels, and how it works is when these thrusters are fired or these thrusters are fired right there. When those have been firing for like 10 seconds or like whatever it is. Oh man, I'm sorry. I've been working on this for so long and it's so late at night. This is a bad time to do this. I'm all over the place. I'm kind of loopy. That fires for a certain amount of time, then the truck basically decides, okay, it needs a boost, and these wheels will activate and help it push it forward. And then when these thrusters activate, like that's why the inertia dampeners control the trailer brakes. these fire for about I think it's 3 seconds, and then it triggers the trailer brakes that'll turn on for 3 seconds at a time, or 2 seconds, whatever it is. I've tested it not quite on that steep a hill, but like on that steep a hill, not very steep. And it works pretty good. I managed to stop myself from falling off a cliff with that, and these trailers pick up some serious momentum because I'm testing with 2 refineries on here, and then this mess of a lift gate, which works extremely well. It's not been survival tested nor damaged block tested, but so far it's only frightened me a half dozen times, which is pretty good for something I built. Oh yeah, and this is double trailers too. This is the dolly here. And all these trailers have a parking brake that's triggered by the pistons being down. So first thing I'm going to do is reverse this piston up, and that'll release this trailer's brakes. These ones are already released because their pistons are all the way up. So, if anything, something should start shaking. Either that or I will summon Clang, which would be funny too. Yay! Nothing happened evil. Or nothing evil happened. I can words. What are you talking about? I totally didn't put all my brain power into programming this truck, and now I feel brain dead and I'm making a video anyways. Classic Crow. Alright. Hey look, I found the door button. Okay, so assuming everything went well, looks like all my controls are back. Yep. Okay, so I'm checking. So my 4th screen here is basically my debug menu. 1 and 2 are like my event controllers, because what happens is once these things get triggered, they turn off the event controllers so that the stupid event controllers will not double check or forget to check that they have a job. So what's really cool here is I go forward. The boost goes yellow because that means it's detecting that the truck is moving forward, or at least wanting to move forward, like I'm asking it to go forward. And then I press brakes, or backwards rather, and it's like, okay, brakes are getting ready. So if I just hold forward for enough time, it turns orange, and I believe I have it set, yep, for 11 seconds of boost. I'm not pressing the gas anymore. This is only the trailers. And when it's done, it turns green again. And if I want to stop, I'll just turn on the inertia dampeners. Trailer brakes detect that, and orange, and the trailer brakes will stop us. Or they won't be active long enough, and we'll just keep going. I suppose I could add that to the debug. Might be a good idea. You know what? Let's just do it before I forget about good ideas. What the heck is it called? Okay. I think I call it engine brake. Just because I didn't bother renaming it to trailer brake. Let's see. Engine brake timer. What was this, 2? Yeah, so I want 2. It's very confusing. And I've been looking at it for too long. I want to increase delay, because the second one shuts it off. What is happening? Oh, I left the inertia dampeners on, so the smokestack ones are firing. So the truck thinks that it's good to turn off the inertia dampeners when this thing is just sitting. Otherwise, it'll just take off on you. So that's my braking time right there. It's only 2 seconds, or maybe 2.5 seconds. Either way, that's been working pretty well for me. Okay, I'm gonna turn that off. It won't happen again. The way it's meant to be is like you can just be driving along, and as you accelerate, the boost will kick in. Oh, whoops! Yeah, so the boost will kick in once, and then after those 11 seconds, yeah, that's the hill right there. That's the hill I tested it on, and I went pretty far down the mountain, and it didn't kill me. I managed to get out of here, but I had to calibrate the boost to get back up. Like the brakes work just fine. So that turns green again. So I'm at like what you might call cruising speed. I'm using a lot less power than, you know, than if I had the trailer boosts on right now. But say I hit something that's slowing me down, I just let off the gas, hit it again, and then boost is activated again. Activated again. Easy for me to say. Oh, I am losing it. I need to go to bed after this. I'm going to turn down the steering degrees so I don't crash, and whee! It's remarkably stable. It took a lot for me to flip this over. Also, this is my friend's Pluto's drones. They're just following me around. 2 different designs. He had 40 of them flying around this place, so every now and then one of them just pops up from a random bush, and, and they start following me around. We got some cool stuff going on. One of, well, I don't know if this is spoiling the secret. Sorry, Pluto, if I'm spoiling it, but, like, he built an entire trailer. I just gave him the flatbed trailer, and he's like, alright, I'm building something that'll print drones for us. Because I think he has no faith in my combat ability. Probably because I poured my entire brain into this very shiny, wonderful truck. Alright, so I'm going to test out the brakes again. That's just truck brakes right there. Oh, trailer brakes activated. And it stops pretty good. I limited the speed to about 55 miles an hour. I was going to show something else. What was that? I don't remember. Alright, let's just keep driving around then. I do want to show off the liftgate working, though. It's pretty cool. I do want to show off how to detach from this. Oh, trailer boost is active. I believe if I... What? Oh. What is happening? That was weird. Okay, well... Oh, and plus the thing I broke. Hold on. Trailer... remotes. Each trailer has to have a remote control with certain groups on it. Groups are persistent. So... I can have this group made for trailer wheels, and as long as every trailer I make has trailer wheels as a group on it, no problem. Everything will just work perfectly. Assuming I can find the setting I want. Parking brake, so I can set my trailer brakes if I need to. But I'm going to be detaching from this anyway, so not a big deal. The truck has a much more complicated system than the dolly has. The dolly's the middle part right there that connects the 2 trailers together. The truck is meant to be a little more complicated because it's the more sensitive. So, the truck has a manual 5th wheel release, but that doesn't work. The truck will automatically reattach. It's meant to be a safety feature. So, to disable the safety feature, I go to the 5th wheel screen, which is the second one, and I hit the unlock detachables, which is the 9 key, and that turns orange. And then I thought an alarm would sound, and then I don't know, I don't have my sound turned up real high, but that will disable the auto locking mechanism, and I will forget the landing gear, jump the 5th wheel pin, and here we go. The truck is so stuck now. Dang it! Okay. And then we hear Jeopardy music. You know, I've tried making these things go faster, and all that happens is I break things. Including the door here. I had the door set on such a high speed and such a high torque, it could slap you just across the world. Okay, there we go. Now I can unjump the pin. Man, I hate doing that in real life. I'm a truck driver in real life, and I have done all of this stupid stuff in real life before, so I'm just going to sneak this out from under this. And put it back up. Alright. Okay. Sit, stay, good boy. Time to show off the real cool thing I made. Now this thing is what I like to call one of my famous clang magnets. Clang magnets! Easy for me to say. I'm so stuffed up right now. Okay, I'm going to try my best to get this liftgate to work without breaking something. Oh, plus the roll-up door. The roll-up door is really cool. Hit that button. The lights tell me when it's locked and unlocked. I was going to show off the lights! I forgot about that. Whoa, I'll just have to do that later. So, this just goes up. Locks up there. I can shut off my lights because when it's locked, these lights turn on. Yay! Okay, so That's piston. Oh wait, I gotta unlock the lift gate right here. There's a bunch of locks in this system to make sure this thing doesn't flop around. I mean, I completely rolled this trailer and the lift gate did not budge. So I'm gonna turn on the pistons. That's the wrong direction. And well, isn't that disappointing? What? What went wrong this time? That's unlocked. That's unlocked. I can't see those locks in there. How could that get messed up? That's still locked. Oh no. I think some of them got... Oh no, they're not on the same... Like, those are unlocked. Now those are unlocked. Okay, well. I can fix this, totally. Mag plates. Oh, that is a lot of colors. Oh, there's no way to tell. Well, that's my show. No. Oh, this is just the test liftgate. This is not the actual. Like, I have a printable version which is ugly as heck with all these pieces detached because it makes it one big giant slab to print, and this makes me so mad. Wait, I know how to fix this. Wait, that shouldn't matter though. That should be it, except for these. That is disappointing. Classic Crow video, nothing works. Okay. Here's what we do. We do mag plates, and then we say darn to the consequences, and we say unlock. Yay, it works! Never mind that the refineries are now bouncing around on that trailer over there. Okay, so that goes about there. About there. Don't want to hit the ground too hard. I'm going to turn... Wait. I'm going to hope that's the right direction, because that's reverse. And press... Yay! I did it! And hopefully that won't scrape off too bad. And so once it hits about that point, I can just let it drop. Boom. And then that flips that out. Hooray! I do not want to admit how long this took me. Call it every spare bit of free time I've had for the past month. Hooray! Liftgate! I use these at work sometimes too. And getting these angles right was a pain in the butt. But hey, I think I fixed all my landing gear now, so... Now that's the only problem, is it has trouble getting past this point, and I think I might have to tell them to give it a little boost. One way to do it is just hit reverse here and kind of just... Well, I don't really understand why that doesn't work like it used to. Because that used to work, no problem. Well, one more thing for Crow to fix. You know, I could probably just put an event controller that once it detects... Well, that wouldn't work. Huh. Well, another thing for me to solve later. Maybe if I just jump on it a little bit. Yeah! Bonk. Alright, well, I gave it a shot. Please stop shaking. Thank you. That's good enough. It used to fit perfectly, just right up to here. Smooth as could be. I have not changed a thing. I don't honestly know what's wrong with it. Other than, I mean, maybe I can... There's a way to see if, like, your whole grid's not connected. And that's, like, turning on mirroring and seeing if... Yep, that's all connected. These shouldn't be connected. And honestly, I have no clue what's wrong with it. Well, whatever. Pluto did that just because he wanted to drive something in here. Yep, I'm telling on you, Pluto. So that I think, is the show, pretty much. Oh, yeah, and I put these awesome number plates on here by putting hinges there. Hinges are the best thing in Space Engineers now. Um, oh, this thing has a auto-locking sensor on it too, but it does not work. Not terribly well. But Pluto's always watching me. But yeah, that's my next step is making some bulk transportation trailers. That's the printer trailer, and I'm making a new version of you, you creepy little arm dude. I'm making a new version of you. Oh yeah, lights. That was the last thing. Last thing. I was like, okay, I knew I was forgetting something. I'm just trying to buy time until my brain starts working again. So all the lights are controlled through groups. So if I hook back up to this, which is way too high, it's going to do this. The rule of thumb for truck driving is you put the landing gear down a little bit because you want the fifth wheel to just barely pick it up. That looks like it's still a little too high. And this part I actually have tested in survival with block damage. I guess not in survival. It was this world, not this world. It was creative mode with block damage turned on. The fifth wheel does survive a rather violent hookup. Even though those rotors for the pivot point on the fifth wheel, they're exposed. Those blast doors smack right into those rotors. Okay, so I need to page 2, hit 1, make sure that turns yellow. Okay, we're good to hook up. Make sure we're close enough. That might not be low. Oh! Hey, look at that! Okay. Oh, one problem though. I don't think the parking brake turned on when I lowered these. Well, this is a test trailer, so that's the concept works. But hopefully it doesn't turn on the parking brake when that goes up. Oh jeez, this has been one big headache, and I have all the pieces here and they're all working. The only problem is if I go to like wheels here. Oh wait, no. I want controller. Just if I can complain for 1 second, in the off chance a developer sees this. If I go to this event controller and I go to okay, no, it'd be remote control. If I go to the remote control, I can only turn park on and off. I wish it was on or off as different functions like the autopilot. But this is just on off. So I have to make sure they're all set to the same one. Otherwise, it's just shooting in the dark. And it doesn't always work. So I sometimes have to go into the trailer manually and go to like remote controls. Good thing I name everything well. So this one, no brakes. Yes, brake. Yes, brake. Okay, so there we go. So yeah, it's whoops, wrong one. That's the problem with it. Otherwise, it would work perfectly. Anywho, we're all hooked up here. And yeah, this is me just showing off at this point. And it's barely worth it. I assure you, it is barely worth it. Left blinker. Yeah. Left blinker for the win. What is this one not blinking? It's blinking. Left blinker. Left blinker. Left blinker. Left blinker. Okay, now here's the real treat. If you've managed to stick through here, I have made a brake light system that works. I don't know if you noticed it earlier on, but I released the brakes. I thought I released the brakes. Hold on. What was that button doing? Why is there a light that goes on when that happens? That is... Okay. Oh, parking brake's still on. Remote control. Trailer remotes. Park on, park off. I don't have any idea why this is happening. Okay, that's good. That's good. I think it's because I hit the handbrake button. Usually you just need it. Ooh. That one. For some reason, hitting park gets rid of them both. Okay, there we go. Now it's moving. So, I'm going to accelerate. And then I'm going to slow down. And what? Nothing happens. Hold on. Dang it. It was working before. Anyways, there's this pendulum underneath here. And if it wasn't stuck, when the truck slows down, this pendulum swings forward, and these detectors, or the sensors, detect that it swings forward. And one of the sensors locks it in place for 3 seconds. So the brake lights go on for 3 seconds. This is just the marker lights. So like, the brakes will go on so long as the truck is slowing down. It's really cool. When it works. This is the first time it hasn't worked in a couple weeks. Maybe I'm just not going fast enough. Maybe it's because the doors are open on the liftgate. I don't know. Everything locks into position. Oh, I don't have the liftgate locked. Oh, this could be bad. Alright. Brakes! There they go! On all the trailers! Yay! Huzzah! Brake lights. I did it! Oh, I'm having so much fun with this thing. It's been a lot of fun. I also used a rotor right here to do the number plates. I did try doing oh, it's actually this whole side of the bumper too. All right, I don't know. I guess it's not a bumper. It's more of like a it's a rock plate because it's metal. Because I'm afraid of losing my wheels. Oh, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, I try to use landing gear to just slap it on there magnetically, and then, of course, I flipped the truck, I cut the truck, and pasted it back somewhere else, and I'm like, hey, where are my number plates? And, of course, because it wasn't actually part of the grid, it didn't stick, and so I'm like, you know what, I'll just reshape the whole front part, and I forgot about the fan! Hold on! Oh, golly, this is such a silly gimmick, but if I turn the engine on, I love it. I don't know why my alarm systems aren't working anymore, but... Oh, come on! The freaking fan doesn't turn on! Hold on. I can fix this on... Oh, this is ridiculous. I have not had to... Okay, fan. Toggle block on. There it goes. Oh, it's meant to be so if I don't have my sound on, I can tell if the engine's running. But I mean, now I also have a light, so that doesn't work. Oh, back to work. Oh, I gotta go to bed. Donk, donk, donk. I gotta go to bed. Ah! Thanks for watching.